Hi there, Eric Dieperink here with a new tutorial. And in this tutorial I will teach you how to work with the call to action video player of AppZilla. This is truly one of our best programs that we have. And to do so we go to, well, actually you start up with, let's say from here you go to CTA Player, call to action player. And let's give it a suitable name. So player 1 block. This is optional, just like description is optional, but you can give it a title if you want to. And you can also depend the duration that you want to show the title of the video and the color. Same goes for description. You can give it a description, and again you decide the duration of how long you will show the description in the video and the color. And the source is more important because that's the video itself. You can put several sources in there, so several URLs. And if you click on this button here, you can decide to add another video URL. What happens actually is that if the prospect comes back to your page, it will show another video, etc., etc. Then we go to layout. Again, this is up to you. You can choose your width and height. The skin you can choose. We have several skins. Maybe you should play with it to decide which one you like the most. I always go for default. You can also upload an image if you want to. And then we go to the player itself. Autoplay, yes. Control bar, show, no. I'm gonna hide it. Okay, this is actually the first step. These are the first thing you need to do before you can put actions in your video. So I'm going to click on apply. And now I can show you the actions. This is the cool part actually. You can choose up to 5 actions, so 5 things can happen in your video. So action number 1, and I'm going to go for the social media share buttons. I want them to be vertical. URL, of course, is our website. When do you want the social media buttons to appear in the video? Well, I want them to appear after 5 seconds and stop after 10 minutes. Although I do know and realize that this video, this is a trailer, doesn't take 10 minutes. I just want to extend it. I want the rest of the video to show the media buttons. I'm going to turn on the preview so I can see what I'm doing actually. And with the horizontal and the vertical position, you decide where these buttons will show up. That looks nice. And if you're happy with it, you go to action number 2. Well, let's go for an image. Choose file. I have here a button. Upload. Of course, this button is going straight to AppZilla.biz. Paste. You can choose to cloak the link or not. And the width is 300, that is correct. Again, I'm going to turn on the preview because I need to know what I'm doing here. And I'm going to move it to the right. Let's say 200. You can also type a number, eh? And I want it a little bit down. Looks fine with me. So if you're happy with the result, we can go to action number 3. By the way, you don't have to put that many actions in one video. I think it's a little bit kind of an overload. I'm just trying to show you here what you can actually do with the call to action video player. The third action will be, let's say, a call to action button, because you can also make your own call to action button, like this one I created with Photoshop. And why an image is very useful in a video, because you can actually hide other logos that appear in the video with an image. You can do that also with other stuff, but this could be your logo, for instance. So you can actually monetize other people's video with your own logo and buttons. That's the whole idea behind a CTA player, a call to action video player. But we're going to make a nice button. Text. Well, click here. Animation. You can choose an animation, but first let's turn on the preview, because I really need to see what I'm doing here. And as you can see, it says here, click here. Now we can choose to animate this this text. Click here. We can choose to. Let me show you in short. But to do so, we need to give it a width and a height. So let's say 300, height 60. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a background color so we can see what we're doing. We can give it a hover color. Of course, that would be AppZilla.biz. Let's see what happens. So we now see here, click here. And what happens if I click on animation? You can actually see a marquise happening here. But again, that is up to you guys. It's not my favorite thing, but I can imagine that a lot of people actually use this because it attracts the attention of the prospect. But for now I'm going for none, because I just want to have a simple button for people to click on. And the font size will go up a little bit. That looks better. Let's make it bold. As you can see, you can do anything here what you like. It's completely customizable, everything. I'm not going for a border. I am not going for, well, maybe, and I'm not going for a border radius because, well, it's not necessary for now. You can choose to have shadow or not. You can choose the amount of shadow. You can see here a little bit. But for now, I don't like shadow. Horizontal 200, vertical 200. Let's see what we end up with. This is something you need to play with, of course. That can go up a little bit higher. All right, so, well, you get the point. You know how to work with this now. So we go to action number 4. We're going to select the type of action. And of course, this is very important because, again, it's all about list building, as you already learned probably. So I'm going to use an Optin. Now, there's several types of Optin that you can use. You can use our default single Optin. That would be ours. I'm going to turn on the preview again to show you what happens. Let me put it lower. I'm going to put this Optin bar in the bottom of the screen. That's a little bit too low. Let's say 250 and horizontal 200. Well, let's make it 100 then. A little bit in the middle. This is your standard default single opt-in. You can also go for a double opt-in. So people, of course, have to click on a link in their email to subscribe to your newsletter, for instance. but you can also use HTML. So let's say you have an account with Aweber or GetResponse or MailChimp, and what you then do is you create an opt-in in Aweber or GetResponse. Oops. You copy the code and you place it right here. And there you go. Very important, pause video. Yes, start time and stop time must be equal. This is very important. So if you want to start it here, let's say in 5 seconds. Right, well, I put it now in 10 seconds. So what actually happens is that if the movie starts, after 10 seconds, the opt-in will show up, but it will pause the video, and it can only play the video once your somebody put their email address into the opt-in, and then it will play on. This is a good trick to let people sign up for your newsletter or product reviews. Anyhow, this is action number 4. We can go, of course, for action number 5, but that will be the last one, and that's just HTML. Basically, you can put anything in here. This is completely customizable, what you like. So this is, there's not much to tell about this. And once you're done, you click on ready or apply, and then ready. And of course here you have the same thing as with the other ones. You can embed the code, you can clone this project or edit the project. Here you can find the email addresses you gathered with our opt-in. If you choose not to use like the HTML code of Aweber or GetResponse, you can pick up your emails right here, or you can remove it. But in this case, we're going to embed it. So copy to clipboard. Then we go to edit our post. We're going to text. We're not going to use the visual one, but we're going to use the text version. We're going to copy and paste it, of course, right here. Update. And let's see what happens here if I refresh the page. And a video should show up. Of course, the page itself is a little bit too small, so you should have made the video a little bit smaller. But it all works.
Tim, what can I do?
Thank you for watching this video, and let's go to the next one.